Hey there, Cancer. How are you doing today? Hopefully you are doing very well. My name is Sherilyn, and I'm here to do your weekly tarot reading. We're just going to pull a basic spread and see what Spirit wants to bring up or talk about, and we'll take it from there, okay? All right, so this is just for the week ahead. Let's see what we got for my Cancerians. Cancer. Did I push that? Nope. Oops. Okay. This one's for my Cancers, Cancers, Cancers. Okay. All right, Cancer, what are we opening with? What you got? The Seven of Swords. Okay. To what? To the Four of Wands. And then the Chariot is in the challenge position. So this is your backstory or your recent past. Okay, so Seven of Swords speaks of a lack of trust, okay? And it also speaks of strategy, like being very strategic, but that's kind of because you don't trust the situation or person, okay? Or you don't trust the outcome at any rate. So this is basically, this was your opening card. So this is where your frame of mind is here in the recent past for your backstory, okay? It's, you're in a very distrusting sort of a mentality. Four of Wands is speaking of a higher level soulmate. So this is something where you're not trusting a higher level soulmate situation, okay? The challenge here is the Chariot. So the challenge here is forward motion and victory. So something coming at you fast, something changing fast. I'm wondering if this is that you don't trust something, or does something not trust you? I think it's a combination of the two. I think you are not trusting something that also does not trust you. However, whatever the dynamic between you and the person that's being not trusted, because it feels like it's directed at one person, that is a higher level soulmate to you. This is somebody who is very important to you and your life, as are you to them. And the challenge here is the Chariot. So whatever's happening in this dynamic, it's coming fast and furious. Like things are changing quickly. It feels like it was stagnant for a very long time, and now all of a sudden, like the dams are breaking and it's changing fast. Faster than you're comfortable with, for sure. All right, let me see. What do we got here in the current? So that's the backstory. Current, we got Six of Swords, okay. Nine of Swords, all right. And the challenge is the Hangman. Okay, so Nine of Swords is going to end up being the card at the center of your read when we get all the cards out. So from almost every direction, it plays into the equation. Nine of Swords is all about stress and anxiety. So you are very stressed and you're filled with anxiety over whatever is happening here. Which makes sense, right? Especially if it's coming at you quickly, because sometimes Cancers are not good with quick change. So that part makes sense to me. Six of Swords is you trying to sail the ship, which is your life, off into calmer waters, because this chaos is truly wearing on you, okay? It's this sense of constant uncertainty that's getting to you, it feels like. Okay, and then the Hangman on the other side. This is the challenge. So the challenge is the Hangman. The challenge is you're feeling so stuck. I feel like you feeling stuck has to do something with, I think that in the past you had more of a sense of control over a situation than you currently do now. So right now you feel like you're stuck and you have to just watch things play out. You don't have a way to interject or a way to control the narrative, I guess, which is not where you're normally at, it feels like. Okay, so it's very uncomfortable for you is what it is. Okay, let's keep going. What do we got in the near future? Okay, I've got the Fool, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. So the Fool is all about you trying to take a leap of faith, okay, towards something. The next card over is the Seven of Pentacles. This is you trying to decide how much you're willing to invest in this leap of faith that you're trying to take. So for some reason, you don't feel comfortable going all in on it, obviously, or that's what you're questioning. Okay, I almost feel like you're going back all in on something, like you were all in on something, then you weren't, and now I feel like you might, for some of you, you might be reinvesting into something you invested in the past. I say that because the challenge here is the Eight of Wands. So the challenge here is there's some sort of a block in communication. I don't feel like you're in no communication really, so I feel like the block in communication has something to do with, it's like you have an inability to express what you're really feeling, or when you do try to express what you're feeling, it's not being taken the way that you're saying it, or the way that you're putting it out is not the way it's being taken. So it's like there's some sort of a block between you and whoever you're trying to communicate with. It's something you have to get past. Okay, what's on the bottom? I've got the World, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Emperor. So there's definitely an end to a certain kind of dynamic here. Okay, so it doesn't mean that necessarily the entire situation is ending, but the way that things have been in the past, or the way that things were dealt with in the past, is ending. It has to be changed, and it has to evolve, because the way that things were going just wasn't working anymore. With the Knight of Pentacles and then the Emperor, this is the Emperor is people being very stubborn, digging in their heels, not allowing for compromise in a situation. Maybe that is what is changing. Somebody that was people that were not compromising, or not willing to hear the other person's point of view, or to try to come together in the middle. Maybe that is the dynamic that is, ending here. And so that there can be some form of compromise. With the Knight of Pentacles, everybody in this situation is very defensive and moving very cautiously. Okay? I don't know, what else you got here? The Empress, the Four of Swords, and the Strength card. I mean, you're more than strong enough to deal with this and anything else that comes your way. There is definitely a need for healing here, and then there's a need for you to nurture this. Like, it feels like you've almost neglected the situation that needs to be nurtured. For some reason, that's just the way it comes across. But that on the upside, that means that it can still be saved, right? I mean, that's a plus. That's a big plus. Okay. Definitely have to work on the communication. There definitely needs to be more compromise in the situation. And for some reason, there's a real emphasis on you needing to nurture this. Like it's something that you have turned your back on and no longer wanted to nurture, and now you need to, is what I see. Okay, 3 more, and we're going to Days of the Week. I've got the Ace of Pentacles. There's a new opportunity. Temperance, you're going to have to be patient. Page of Pentacles, you need to rebuild the foundation, is what needs to happen here. So it's almost like starting over again, but taking the good memories with you. That's how it feels. All right, let's see what you get for the days. Monday, 3 of Cups and 10 of Cups. So this is a reason to celebrate as you go back towards your emotional fulfillment. So that's a good thing. Tuesday, I've got the Lovers and the 3 of Wands. This is you trying to settle any uncertainty that surrounds this love situation as you walk into your future. Wednesday, I've got you with the 10 of Wands and the 9 of Cups. So your wish fulfillment on Wednesday feels like it's a bit of a heavy burden, but it doesn't mean you're not going to keep trying, okay? And Thursday, I've got you with the 8 of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. The 8 of Pentacles is you going all in, 100% invested into something, obviously this relationship. And the Ace of Wands is you finding new inspiration to do so. Like all of a sudden you suddenly feel inspired to try again in this situation. So there's obviously a breakthrough. So I think that feels like it's a pretty good reading. There you go. Somebody told me my Cancer readings were never nice, so I don't know. I don't try to make them one way or the other, but hopefully this one was, it was at least optimistic. There you go. All right, y'all. Have a great day.